It's Scola and welcome to Motivation Monday. So it is officially back to school season. I know a lot of you guys are already back at school or you're going to be going back to school very soon. The funny thing is this is the first year I'm not going to be going into any kind of educational situation. If you want to find out what I'm going to be doing in the next year of my life and what I'm actually, what am I doing? I will leave the link to it down below so you can check out Scola, what are you going to be doing with your life and that kind of stuff. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be going to university, college, sixth form, school, whatever it is, or some of you don't even need to worry about school anymore because you are an adult and you work and you do all of that stuff. But hopefully this will kind of help you out anyway, because at the end of the day, what you have in common with all of these things is that they're scheduled. They kind of give you a purpose in life and kind of give you something to wake up to every morning and stuff like that. What's the difficult thing about them is balancing a healthy lifestyle and that at the same time. But do not fret, because for the next few days or weeks I will be uploading back to school videos just for you. So I'll be recipes, workouts, advice videos, everything you guys will need to get you ready for back to school. I'll be doing it right here on this channel, so make sure you keep checking in. But anywho, today will not be an advice video. It'll be more of a telling a story video of how being healthy completely changed my school life. So let's start from the beginning. Now, I started being healthy in the summer of 2010 and I was in the midst of my GCSEs. So here in the UK we have GCSEs, and when I was doing them they were from year 9, 10, 11. So basically that's from the age of 14 to the age of 60. They're basically exams that like kind of decide your life, but not really. I was doing those. So in year 9 I was very lazy, I was still obese, and I was very unhappy with myself. I didn't do my homework on time. Sometimes I just didn't do my homework. Sometimes I was like, nah. I was lazy, my room was always messy, I just ate whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, I'd stay up late. In actual class, I wasn't a bad kid or anything. I've never been a bad kid. All that happened was I was too shy to stick up my hand if I didn't understand something. I just ended up not doing very well just because I was too embarrassed to ask. I wouldn't even ask my friends just because I felt stupid as hell. Year 9, you actually got to take some of your exams in advance for GCSEs, so I did take some exams, some modules, and I actually failed every single one of them. Woohoo! So then it meant in the next 2 years of GCSEs, first of all, I was in no classes with my friends because all of my friends had passed, so they were in other classes. One of my classes, I got put in a reject class, which was basically all the people who had failed got put in one class to try and basically help them not to fail. And unfortunately, it was the type of class that was mixed. It had people of all abilities. So pretty much you had a target grade, and if you didn't get that target grade, then you were put in this class. So even if you were aiming for like an A star, which is like an A+, but you got a C, then you get put in this class. But then what it meant was like you kind of put in the class with the bad kids who literally didn't try and were like insisting on trying to disrupt the class. Unfortunately, these bad kids decided to pick on me, and they were part of the reason why I decided to start losing weight, because they bullied me about my weight. It was literally the worst time of my life. Yeah, I got put in this reject class, and then in the summer I decided that it was time to start to try and lose weight. A lot of reasons played a part. It wasn't just because I was bullied, by the way. Like, I will not let bullies take me down. But those were the only bullies that were ever able to make me feel bad about myself. Usually bullies, I'd tell on them or I'd make them pay. But those bullies, I didn't manage to do that. But I'm sure karma is getting them now. I'm not trying to wish bad on anyone, but I'm just saying. So after that, in the summer, I started working out, I started eating healthy, and then I went back to school, and it was a bit of a shock because I wasn't used to that kind of schedule. But I will say one thing, being healthy at school is a lot easier than being healthy when you aren't at school, like during the summer, because you have this schedule. I know it can be a little bit stressful, but once you get into that habit, it can be so great. So once I got back to school, I figured out a great schedule. So for me, it was like I'd wake up in the morning. In the morning, I'd do an ab workout just to get me warmed up. I'd do some stretches, I'd go and make my breakfast, and then I'd go to school. I'd have a snack around 11 where I'd have some fruit. At lunchtime, I'd make myself like a salad or a wrap or something like that. And then when I got back from school, so adorable, I'd either have my dinner or I'd have an afternoon snack. And whilst I was eating those, I'd watch 90210, because I remember at the time I was super obsessed with 90210. I absolutely loved it. And then after that, I'd go and study for a couple of hours. And then after that, I would go and work out. After I work out, I'd obviously shower and everything like that. And then I'd get myself ready for bed, get into my pajamas, a couple of hours to like kind of do whatever I wanted. It felt like I had all the time in the world just because I'd scheduled my time so well. Obviously, it'd be a bit more difficult if you're the type of person that has like an after school job or something like that. Also in the evening, what I'd do is I'd make my lunch and set out my snacks for the next day, or I'd even set out my breakfast for the next day just so I'd have enough time. And I went on like that for about 2 years. I ended up with all A's and B's in my GCSE results. I was so happy. At the end of my GCSEs, I think it was the happiest I've ever been. I ended up being like head girl of my house, because halfway through like my secondary school they changed it so we had houses like Harry Potter or something. But yeah, I ended up being the super organized head girl type thing, and it was crazy because of how bad I'd been before I started losing weight, and how being healthy kind of gave me the motivation for everything in life, just to strive and be the best I possibly could be. I ended up getting a bunch of awards when I was like leaving my school. I ended up actually doing a commissioned project for my school, and it was so awesome. If I hadn't started losing weight and being healthy, I wouldn't have grown to be this outgoing person. I just wanted to emphasize how being healthy and everything like that can really change your life. If there's any part of my story that kind of intrigued you and you want to know more about, do comment below. I'll probably just reply to you in the comments. But anywho, that is the video for today to kick off Motivation Monday and also kick off my back to school series. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this story time video. It was a bit different from my usual videos. Make sure you comment below and tell me, what are you going to be doing for the next year? Are you going to school? Are you going to university, college, sixth form? Are you starting a new job, or are you already working a job? So yeah. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
I looked up, saw a cloud floating by without a sound. Banana slugs do their yin-yang